Welcome in, everybody. Tuesday's edition of Daily Bread with Sosa and Rex coming at you live right at 2:45 Eastern. So nice little lunch break for you West Coast guys, helping the East Coast guys get through that afternoon work. But you got a solid 20 minutes coming at you. We'll probably talk the NFL game a little bit from last night, and then we'll get into NBA and college hoops. Very small NBA slate, but that doesn't matter. There's still value to be found there. Your eyes will be watching college basketball tonight, or you'll be taking a break the easiest way. If you need some hockey plays, be looking out on the spaces for Sosa and I to retweet because we can definitely help you there. But as usual, the show is powered and sponsored by pickcity.com. Make sure to be checking them out and the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Definitely the best spot to be into right now. And on our we're live on Twitter. You can find the Wise Guys handle there. Make sure to give the episode a like and retweet if you're watching us on Twitter. We still can't show comments from there. StreamYard and Twitter still hating at each other. But get over to YouTube because that's where you can be featured on the show. Had some good moments yesterday. People dropped some winners. As usual, the YouTube chat is the best chat out there from any of the shows on their platform. But Sosa, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm cooling. Last night was interesting. Back at it tonight. Kyler Murray showed us that he's not it yet. I mean, you could say whatever you want about the coach. You could say whatever. He did not play well.
He didn't play well, and I can you start to take something into account here where season over season Cliff and Kyler have just ended it on terrible losing streaks going into and then this time it finally cost them into the playoffs. I think they lost 5 of their last 8 going into last night when you don't have that hot hand and you don't have the guys rolling. I know Hopkins is the biggest piece that just basically made that offense. There's some bad blowouts. The biggest thing I took away from last night is adding that seventh team. I don't think has helped anything this year. Last year the games are a little bit more close, but this year this 2 7 seeds were the Steelers and the Eagles, and both of those games you kind of could have turned off by halftime.
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, I just got a text message, but yeah,
I was
like
about
I
to
said,
say before we get into what we got today, what episode number do you think we're at?
140.
145.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't there for like 5 of them.
No, you're there for all of them.
Like I
Daily
was,
Bread's only
I
with.
was, I was physically here. I don't know if I was like all the way there, but I'm still at around episode 140.
All right. Well, we'll need you to get back with us because that parlay you gave out last night was pretty nice because we saw our man dropping his winner on the timeline thanks to your advice. But let's get into our NBA plays of the day because
Whatever.
college is where we'll have more of the back and forth and more games to cover.
Yes, sir. In the NBA, I like that. I like what D-Pass just put up there in regards to Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards tonight is actually my lead play. His numbers at over 20 and a half. There's been a clip floating around of him being like at the arena like an hour after the game. I'm actually taking him to get 25-9 plus 230. He gonna be at the Garden. I think he about to go crazy. He's just that guy. Um, yeah, like I said, the video floating around of him recently, it's like you expect him to come out here and put up buckets. If you're a star, you show up at MSG. Um, Also, you got to give a little shout out to D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell's been playing great. He's been a real point guard, averaging like damn near 10 assists a game, just looking very, 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 very comfortable with his role in Minnesota right now. A lot of grumblings at the beginning of the year about them possibly moving him, but
Mm-hmm.
it looks like they've developed some level of cohesion together. Obviously, they're a team that was hit really bad by COVID. Um, and they were talk. I was reading this article where they were saying Karl Anthony Towns had lost like 20 pounds, 25 pounds or something like that while having COVID. So it was pretty bad. So
Ooh, he likes the under here.
Not gonna touch because they're just waiting for one. They're the Knicks could put up points against this Minnesota team. This Minnesota team at times have lapses defending. I'm gonna stay away from an over and under.
Minnesota on the road so far this season, 15-6 to the over. Don't hear many people talking about that, but the Knicks and the unders is kind of, I think, where he's coming from in that angle because the Knicks have been 18-26 to the under so far this season here. No strong way in this one. I think both of the lines in tonight's NBA games are sharp from a spread perspective.
I do have two more plays, and that's D'Angelo Russell over 6.5 assists at -128, and D'Angelo Russell at 8+ assists at +136. That's what I have in this one, and I have two more NBA.
Let's get to the 15-point spread. Golden State finally back at home. Pistons coming in. There's one player that I want to try to be targeting tonight, and I know it's terrible trying to be targeting players on this Warriors rotation, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
It's Clay's second game back at the crib. I think we're gonna have to roll with his points. I think 15.5. I think tonight is Clay's breakout game. It's like his fourth game back. I think his comfort level will be there tonight. I think he goes for like 17, 18 at least. This will be the first game too. I think he'll get a little more extended run. So I think back at home, Clay right now his numbers at 15.5. I would sprinkle a little something on him getting 20 points for Klay Thompson at +250. He's yet to hit 20. Back at home, I like the number for him.
All right. Is that your only play in this one?
Yeah, I like Klay Thompson's points, and I like. I'm gonna take a ticket tonight on Cage threes. Cage threes are at 2.5 at +140. I like the value. He's still putting up 7 or 8 of them a game, so if I'm gonna get that plus money, I'm gonna take a ticket on it every time.
All right, so before I get into the total and the spread, because I might have a play on each one, who knows, before college hoop actions, but Kuminga, he was the guy I was thinking about targeting tonight. What do you think about him? Because I like the way that he's being utilized right now, even with Clay being back.
Still would be a little hesitant to touch just because of rotations. Obviously, they just found another issue wrong with like Draymond's back. He's got like a disc issue with his back. So I just think I think that to take anything on certain guys, especially coming off the bench right now, is a little tough. Even though he has looked very good, and I love being right. I'm a fan of Kuminga. I talked a lot about him around draft time, and I also heard some fucking morons on the internet tell me how he wasn't a good draft pick, and I'm just like, yeah, you're wrong. So it's good to.
All right, so let's get into what Rory. He's liking the under, and Jay Smith is rocking with them, and I think one of the main reasons why they're liking this under here is to the points that you've talked about, and it's 6-14 in the home game so far for Golden State. But the one angle that I've seen so far is after they play 3+ road games, when they come back to the crib so far this season, the over's 5-1. They get those home fans ready for it, and they get that offense back clicking. You always know once you get back off the road trip, the bench players will get that spark in that first game back here. And Sosa, I like my dogs, but don't be scared to lay it tonight. The books have been right when making the Warriors large favorites so far this season if they're favored by 12 or more. 4-1 so far this season, 6-1 if you include last year as well. And the Pistons so far this year, if they're 12.5 more dogs on the road, they're 1-3. So far, the books have been right this season when they made the Warriors big favorite. So if you're sharp and trying to go against it, maybe tonight's your night, but who the hell knows?
Yes, sir.
So that's why I would lean Warriors and the over here.
Let's get it. I'm rocking
with my man Steven today.
If you're ever betting NBA games, I rock with you, no question.
Yeah, no, we'll take our winner from last night, focus all of our eyes on college basketball because even though fat ass Lowry wasn't in the lineup, it didn't matter. That Heat -3 cashed.
Indeed. Oh, man.
All right, let's get into the college hoops action. And perfect, Steven. I mean, he's just viewer of the day today, 5 p.m. tip. So that's the one we got to start off with since it's in 2 hours. When I was capping this game, Country Roads came on. So I was trying to think, is that a sign they're trying to tell me? But Baylor bounce back spot today in Morgantown. Big 12, right after work, sleepy spot potential. Sosa might be liking that Mountaineers first half. What are you liking?
After back-to-back losses, I did not see that coming, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think this Baylor team could lose 2 games in a row. I didn't see that. I think it's a bounce back spot indeed. But going to Morgantown, I like them with the points.
Ooh.
I like West Virginia with the points. I mean, Huggins. This is what happens. This is what happens with. Listen, last year they didn't cover against them at Morgantown. I like them. I like it to be a good coach. Going into Morgantown is never an easy task. In conference, it's never an easy task. I'm rocking with Huggins and them to keep it close. Baylor wins the game. It'll be like a 4-point game. It'll be one of those ugly back and forth all night. The refs keep it close. First half probably 2, but that's just how it be. That's how it be. For as far as like that's where I'm at on that
Yeah,
one.
just other than the Nova game, which was a gross one for Baylor on the season, which was a 57-36 winner. Their past 2 games have been the only like 2 times this season where they haven't been over 100 points per possession so far. So this is just kind of where it hasn't been their defense because if Baylor's allowing 65 and 61, that's enough for that offense to get going. They've been struggling in the 2-point area, shooting under 50% by far in the past 2 games, which has made their 3 game just be that much more difficult. They made 8 threes in their past 2 games, and this is just a complete stay away game for me here. The Sosa's hit it on the angle. It's just I'd be all over the Mountaineers if Baylor was not on a 2-game losing streak here, because I like to buy low on teams, and this I guess could be a buy low spot because if they weren't on this 2-game losing streak, they'd be laying almost closer to 10 coming into here. Crazy to think about.
Exactly.
Goose, there are some great A10 matchups, and I got plays in both of them. So let's get into the 2 A10 matchups, and then we'll jump into Duke versus Florida State after that. This is a coming to get my money back spot, you can say. Because if you were rocking with VCU, their last game at Fonnie's, which we said is in the middle of fucking nowhere, they did not show up for it. You got Davidson coming in 14-2, VCU at home 10-5. We're taking VCU first half -1, -115 here. Adrian Baldwin Jr. still back for us. We're still good. And everyone is all over Davidson here. This is after VCU getting just completely embarrassed. The Siegel Center, you can insert John Rothstein's stupid-ass quote there. VCU does have that home court advantage. Full game makes it a little bit sweatier here due to the advanced metrics, but I like VCU to come off from the start, the get-go, have a lead going into half, and then maybe we'll look into a second half play to be tweeted out. But VCU is going to come out with that defense in the first half and slow down Davidson, which has been just off on a cannon. And their recent games with Davidson that they've gone through the A10, not the murderer's road with St. Joe's, Rhodey, UMass, and Richmond. So Richmond's probably the only quality opponent in that stretch. So I think this is a nice buy low spot on VCU. So we're going to take them with the first half -1. I would endorse the full game -2.5 as well. That hook is just hurting me there. The over, I can see the over cashing, but it kind of goes against the VCU angle coming here because I don't think VCU wins in a shootout. but I can see that squeaking over if VCU still winning.
Indeed.
All right, second A10 game that I got action in, and we're going to be back in the Spiders going into Fordham, which is a terrible another A10 travel spot. So maybe we didn't learn from the VCU going into Bonnie's play here, but we're taking the full game -8, -110. It's kind of Richmond's or Fordham's offense has just been putrid, and they have not played anybody in the A10 yet this season other than St. Louis coming back after just getting completely demolished there. You can use the reverse angle here, but Richmond's offense will just be too explosive. Fordham's defense is the only way they can keep it in here, but I expect the four-man rotation of Burton, Gilliard, Golden, and KO to completely just destroy this Fordham. It's going to be a rout. So I like Richmond -8.
Okay. You love them VCU Richmond big A10 money, huh?
Yep. And then we got one more game. I'm leaving Virginia here. Then we can talk about the bigger games of the night. We're taking a road favorite here, laying 1 point -110. And we're back in the Ohio Bobcats going into Miami of Ohio here. And the biggest reason that we're fading Miami, Ohio here is this defense is putrid. Teams are just raining from three on them this year. And that's kind of where Ohio has relied on their shots. I was expecting this to at least open at -3. It has not. Miami, Ohio cannot turn anybody over, and they're not getting to the free throw line. So that's two advantages on a home dog that I'm trying to back that they did not check the box in. I just think Ohio gets this one start to finish. This is my favorite one of the bet. Look for Mark Sears to go off tonight.
Yes, sir. Wow. Everyone loves Ohio.
That's usually a bad sign when everybody loves it, man.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Maybe I should look a little bit more into the Red Hawks.
I only have one play in college basketball tonight. Other than what you dropped. And that's Clemson versus Syracuse.
Ooh.
46.5. Both of these teams will each have a stretch where they don't score a point for like 5 minutes, and that's pretty much all we're going to need to make sure that we get the under. They're just going to put up bricks. They're both going to have a run because they're both going to have a run where they just go 5 minutes without making a shot. And we'll get a 68-65 game.
Can't disagree with that.
I'm not putting any fucking money on Michigan after what they did to me the last time we bet on them. No chance.
All right, we got 3 games we'll wrap it up with here. Oklahoma hosting Kansas tonight. 4-point dogs. Man, OU at home has been a force. Something's just telling me it's just the matchup advantages. It just seems too easy for Kansas. Not betting Kansas, but these are all. What do you like here?
I like to stay away from Bill Self and not have anything to do with his basketball program.
All right. As simple as that.
That's where I'm at. Man, Kansas and Michigan, man. I got PTSD off of them too. I swear to God.
This is Porter's first time hosting Self, so that's basically the one reason why I like it here. The 4 points seems that's kind of where just from not looking at metrics, I want to take the 4 with Oklahoma here. But when I look into it, they turn the ball over in 20% of the possessions, and Ajabi and those Kansas guards are just going to be in Oklahoma's pocket the entire night. So that's my biggest reason why I've kept off going Boomer sooner with the +4 here is those turnovers could be ugly.
Why is KU only -3? Because Bill Self's the coach. Incompetent fuck that he is.
All right. Duke going to Florida State here. I really want to be on the +5 for Florida State and the Florida State money line, but it is ruled out. But it was confirmed, or he's doubtful which is pretty early to hear it. Malik Osborne is going to miss his second straight game, leading rebounder from the team. And that's the one piece where he could go almost 1-for-1 with Paolo, since Malik 6'9", Paolo 6'10". Potentially there, that's just the one part. And Florida State at home is just a force. You just never go against the Seminoles to lose at home. Duke really hasn't. Their only road game so far this season that was a neutral site has been
Ohio
at
State.
Wake.
Was
I
that was
really just want to see how high this Florida State number can get.
They lost at Ohio State too, didn't they?
Yes, and at Ohio State. Sorry, I meant yeah.
I don't
Those
forget.
are the only two times
I don't
K's left.
forget. I don't forget losses for Duke. You know, I hate those guys, so I don't.
Yeah, those are the two times K has went to a different court. Sorry, that wasn't neutral. So this is their third true road game, fifth non-home game of the year. It's just Florida State at home. It's just a different animal. Malik Osborne is the biggest factor why I'm staying off it. Maybe I can get a bigger number for Florida State live because that offense just goes stagnant. Duke has the ability to put up 80, but Florida State at home, I just can't go against them here. So good luck to you guys on laying the points with Duke. I just can't get myself to do it. And then, Sosa, you don't think we're getting out of here without talking about UNC going into Miami?
Oh yeah, I'm not worried. I got UNC minus 2.5. There you go. Shout out to Hubert Davis, man. First off, no. Shout out to Roy Williams. Shout out to Roy Williams for setting a great foundation for a program, for showing America that you can win championships by developing players and not have to do one and dones. Because Hubert Davis doesn't have to change anything to continue to develop and be a great program in America. Now, I'm not saying we're a top 5 program right now, but we're going to be right there at the end to compete against everyone in any game, because the players that we have buy into what they're doing at North Carolina. I am in no way worried at all in regards to Hubert as the future, and I like us to win and handle business. I'm not a. It's not like some homer type of shit for me. Like I watched my team play. I doubted them to start the year, and they've shocked me. And I shouldn't be shocked because we got some quality players at Chapel Hill.
I'm wearing as Carolina blue as you can today with my Satriali's jersey. Shit, man. I already liked UNC. It's just kind of at that point where yesterday it didn't matter when I thought that Princeton line was off. This should be a 5-point spread for UNC. Miami finally got off that honeymoon, losing at Florida State in their last game after rattling off 8 straight wins it was against all right competition until they beat Duke. It's kind of just where their letdown spot was at FSU, coming back at home with UNC coming in. Miami also does play the top dogs strong. I just think we could potentially get a better number live on UNC, Sosa, but I cannot disagree with that 2.5. I would not be backing the Canes here whatsoever tonight.
Oh, yeah.
No reason to talk about Wisconsin versus Northwestern. That game, it is what it is. If you guys are liking Vandy as home dogs against Tennessee, good luck with that one. Maybe Vandy's honeymoon streak's about to end with Tennessee coming in.
Also, I'm gonna go back to NBA. I got Minnesota -3. I'm gonna throw that back at. That's another NBA play for y'all. I like Minnesota -3 in New York. That's how I feel. I'm putting the bet in right now. So that's that.
3 college hoops plays for me. Sosa, you gave them, I believe, 2 or 3 college hoops plays as well.
I gave 2, just 2.
2 college hoops plays
3.
then.
3 and 4. UNC was ours. That's our collaboration for the day.
All right, I'll get the 4th official one in there. You got me.
I dropped the under in the Clemson game. And that other one was what the fuck? The other cops. That was it for me, actually. That was it.
Yeah, I was about to say you didn't have anything else.
Yeah, that was it.
All right. NBA plays beginning of the show, other than Sosa's T-Wolves. My 3 college plays, if you tapped in late, were Richmond -8, Ohio -1, and VCU first half -1. Until tomorrow, we'll catch you all later.
Hold on. Real quick. I got a hockey play for everyone.
Oh, shit.
One hockey play.
WVU with the points. That was your other one.
The Lightning, the Kings over 5.5. Yeah, W plus the 6.5. I like them to win. I like them to compete in a game. The Lightning versus the Kings over 5.5 at -120.
Till tomorrow. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe.